How's it going, guys? So, I'm going to do this read today to see if we can predict who is going to be Joe Biden's running mate. So, I'm going to do it a little bit different because I have narrowed it down to the top three. We've got the top three. Let me look at my phone so I don't get anybody wrong. We're going to read, obviously, Kamala Harris. We know that. Susan Rice and Karen Bass. It's pretty much everybody is looking at those three to be his running mate. So we're going to go ahead and see which one that is going to be. I'm going to do my read a little different. This time I'm going to angle it so you guys can see the cards laid out on the table. Well, it's not going to be perfect. It's real hard to squeeze 3 rows in, but I'm going to be holding them up and so forth. So let's get to it. You're going to watch me shuffle, lay out from beginning to end, and we're going to see who is the most likely candidate. I'm going to study up and see how this goes. Okay, here we go. Oh, maybe I should. Let's get that there. Oh, this thing bunches up. Okay. Who is going to be the running mate? I'm going to do my best to predict it. This is a challenge for me because, narrowing it, 3 people. What if it's Elizabeth Warren, Now, Elizabeth Warren is kind of interesting. I have a feeling, I don't feel she's going to be the vice, but I have a feeling maybe Secretary of State if Biden is elected, which I pretty much, most of us tarot readers have been feeling that Joe Biden's going to win. The polls look good for him, and some of the people who are not necessarily psychic but are really good at predicting the winners for president, there's some analysts, and they've been predicting Biden. So let's see what we got. I got to focus. Which one? Which one? I have a weird way of shuffling. I'm not a pro shuffler like other tarot readers. I'm very terrible, actually. But I do know how to read cards. As long as you can read them, it's okay. It doesn't matter how you shuffle. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to do the first row, Kamala Harris. Everybody knows who she is. Cut the deck. I'm getting the urge. So we're going to do Kamala, Karen Bass, and that is Karen Bass, right? Susan Rice. So for Kamala. I know you guys can't see this. I wish I could get it to where you guys could see. Okay. Okay, now I'm forgetting what I was going to do. Okay, so we're going to do Kamala. We're going to do Karen. Let's do it this way. Kamala, Karen, and Susan. I may draw more cards than 4. Ooh, this could be a challenge to kind of read this. Okay. Interesting. This kind of makes sense. So I see the Emperor reversed for Kamala. This is kind of a challenge here. I know this is a masculine, but I want you to think of her kind of in the masculine, some masculine attributes and so forth. Her work as the attorney general and so forth. Some people feel she may have been too harsh, maybe even a little cruel, because the Emperor reversed can be cruel. He's got a war and so forth. So they may consider that she has a history be a little bit tough on crime, put people in jail and so forth. When she was Attorney General, they may consider her almost too harsh, that may have stained her reputation and so forth. But I do note I've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse position. Now, the King of Cups has been my Biden card, but it is showing as the Knight. It's still the same suit. I notice it's in a reverse position. This kind of makes me feel, I do get a Biden feel from this Knight. It is in a reverse position that maybe it's not a go to go this. He kind of has a feeling that with this Emperor reverse, this history that she has, that people may be like, you know what, I don't care for the running mate. She's got a reputation. And you can kind of see in here with the Seven of Wands, just she's very aggressive. Now, that's not just, let me pull it up a little bit. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, to be getting in there and be a little aggressive. But she was real tough on crime, you could say. And some people may have a problem with that. A little too aggressive, a little too stern, a little too strict. So this is kind of going to hurt her as far as being selected. So I have a feeling he's kind of listening to some of the people that are kind of saying that, like, hey, you could actually, lose votes with this particular person. This may be a problem. I'm going to go back down. So, and I do have the Page of Wands in the reverse position. I feel as it's a wand, and then I just have the Seven of Wands there. She is trying to be a little less aggressive, a little softer, and a little more approachable in her way. She's kind of, okay, I'm going to be the running mate. I'm going to step back. Biden's going to be in charge. But there's a lot of, we're kind of withholding our power back and so forth. So, but, if she gets in there and so forth, how is she going to be? So I look at the Seven of Wands and that Emperor reverse. She's had a little bit of a cruel streak there. I'm not going to lie. I kind of see that very, law and order type of person and everything. So I have a feeling this is going to be, he's going to kind of stray from this. So the next one is Karen Bass. I do have the Queen of Cups. It is upright. I actually feel that out of the three, she is a little bit more of the empathic one. She's a little bit more of the sensitive one. She is kind of gentler in her approach. I feel that people are going to like her a little bit more seeing this, which is very good. I do note that I have two kings here. I have the King of Wands and the King of Swords. King of Swords has been Trump for me. He's been Trump. He tries to be this law and order type of president and so forth. To be honest, I'm not 100% with the King of Wands. I'm going to stay back. That could be Barr, actually. Now I think about it, I think it is Barr. So I feel like the only thing, see these two very strong and aggressive, I hate to call Trump strong, but he's trying to be law and order, and he's very forceful in his approach. I feel like Biden, even though she is probably more light, I feel, Karen Bass, I feel very gentle, a very honest type person. I have a good vibe about her. But dealing with this masculine opposition, this could be a very big challenge and everything. So I kind of see that Biden may think maybe she's not strong enough to be a running mate. I do take note, though, I have the Three of Wands next to the Queen of Cups. So this also is when the ship comes in and it arrives. So it's maybe not necessarily dead in the water. I still have to get to the third row to get my feel. I feel she'll still get a prominent position, but I do kind of look at that like, I feel like maybe it's kind of interesting. I've got Kamala kind of feels almost too hard, and then Karen feels a little too soft. So, and I feel like the more aggressive ones could, I know she's a strong person, but she might still be just a little bit of a softie. So we've got very different type of people here, which is a challenge. Now, when I go to Susan Rice, I've got the star reversed. So I'm a little concerned with this as far as being the candidate here because it's not, not a lot of hope, light at the end of the tunnel line normally see. I feel like we're kind of straying away from this one a little bit. However, at the same time, I do have the Four of Wands here. I've got a lot of stability. I feel she's made a lot of good moves. She's for the family. I do like that. I feel she's for the family. I don't feel necessarily a tough vibe. I would like to draw another card for her. I do have the Page of Pentacles. So that is good. So I feel like she would like to really help families, give money and so forth, and be stable. I'm just a little concerned about that star reverse. Actually, I feel as I kind of look at that, the star reverse, we are heading into bleak times, trying to be hopeful, that she can make it. Hoping that her record is really going to look at there. Like I feel a good record with taking care of families and so forth, and putting them first. But I also do have the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. There could be a little bit that Biden may feel some fiscal decisions and so forth. Maybe he's not necessarily approving of certain things maybe she's done. Maybe he's kind of a little concerned with that, but he's going to be in charge. And of course, Congress. But a little bit of a record, there may be some things that kind of come up. No matter what, they're going to try to get dirt on everyone. And the other concern is the Magician reversed. So, especially about, that personal power. I kind of look at that. I would have much rather have seen it upright to really initiate and make that magic, you could say, so forth, to be able to make it. But as I kind of look at it, I just feel with that star reverse, I feel this is probably the best one necessarily, but I look at the star reverse and I just have a feeling that may not happen. Let's draw one card for each one as well. I've already drawn one for her, so I'm not going to do that one again. So I do have Kamala. Now, as I'm looking at Kamala, I know we have the Emperor reverse, so we're, a little bit concerned with that. Maybe she was a little too tough, and there could be some opposition if selected. But she's a real good contender here, okay? I've got the Five of Wands. She's fighting for this, and we're not necessarily seeing and all that, but she's really trying to make some good moves. Okay, I've got a kind of a past and everything. I've got some challenges and so forth. But this is her nature. She's more of an aggressive go-getter type of person. She's very fierce. So she's really working hard for this to prove herself. I kind of look at that. Then I go to Karen and everything, and I've got the Ten of Wands. And this could be one of the things, Biden's looking at. Maybe, maybe she will become overworked and it will be heavy and too much because she's so sensitive. Maybe she's not strong enough of a candidate. If I start loading her down in this campaign and everything, maybe she's going to break. Maybe she's not as strong as Kamala. See how she handles the wands? She goes in there and she will fight, and she doesn't, that's one thing. If she goes in and debate, like if she debates Pence and so forth, she's going to, have him for lunch. It's not even a problem. So I kind of sat there, and as I was kind of working this out, you all had me witness this and kind of work it out and everything. I'm actually feeling, looking at this, I like Karen, and I like Susan Rice as far as what she is doing for families. Seems to be some good moves. But Kamala has got the strength. Okay, she's the tough one. And I feel like, let me turn this up. I feel like she has been very aggressive in, I can do this job. Just like when you go for a job interview, this is my record, I did this, and I was really strong. So I feel like, she is probably strong-wise, and being able to take some blows is the strongest candidate. They're all pretty good people and stuff, but that Emperor reverse, see, that's the one thing that could kind of hurt her. But I will tell you, it might not be a surprise for some of you, but I'm kind of leaning on Kamala right now. And I'm going to pull some oracle cards for them too. See which, what they get. I'm going to pull one oracle card each one to try to determine it. This is a fun one to try to predict though. Okay. That's good. Ooh. Maybe changing my tune here. Okay. So for Kamala, her oracle card is children. Now I know this is a big one. I was just talking about this in the group recently. There's a lot of stuff going on as far as child trafficking has been a big issue. And I feel like this is something that Kamala really wants to get in there and fight and do something about. She may bring it up in campaign. I'm hoping they do, because this is, this is not a conspiracy theory. I know there are certain things that they're trying to act like the Democrats don't care. That's not true. Everybody cares. But I feel like if she gets in there, she's going to really fight for this child trafficking. That card has come up for me when I read it. But Karen, opportunity knocks. Okay? Opportunity knocks. That's hard to ignore, man. That's real hard to ignore. I feel she's, I like her when I get the feel. I just am a little concerned she could cave, under some of the masculine influences. Not to put a strong woman down. I'm just saying when people get real aggressive and start coming at her. But opportunity knocks. Oh man, that's interesting. And then Susan Rice, I've got vacation. Now, that kind of makes me feel, we're going to kind of send that one away. I do like, like she's doing some things for families and this and that, but I feel like they may kind of send her away and so forth. Man, I'm kind of feeling, I see that opportunity knocks though. I feel Kamala's strong. This is what I'm going to have to do. I look at that oracle card. I know she's soft. But another reason I'm kind of leaning here with Karen Bass is I've got that Three of Wands. The ship comes in. It finally comes in. Your moment. Your moment. And then, of course, why are the kings there? Because they're going to try to break her down. I think it's going to be Karen Bass. I feel it is. Kamala, I mean, there's some good stuff there, but there's a little bit of that history. She was just a little too harsh. And Biden, if he's smart, he knows that. She's got a few enemies in there. Some people that think she's a little rough there. Susan Rice, I kind of like the family situation, but I feel like the vacation's kind of like, we're going to send her on her way. She's probably going to take a break. After all this, she's been kind of going for this, but after this, she's probably going to get turned down. She's going to take a break, take a little bit of a vacation. Obviously, if you're going on vacation, you're not going to be a running mate with Joe Biden. I think it's Karen. Opportunity knocks. I mean, that's so blunt. And then the Three of Wands, the ship coming in. And she, especially the Queen of Cups, tends to be more likable. She is the more likable, sensitive queen in the layout and everything. So, yeah, I'm going to have to lean. It surprises me. I was almost at Kamala. See, sometimes as tarot readers, we got to kind of work it out. We got to kind of sit there and, and just kind of work the magic and everything. But I look at that and I feel that's the one. Watch it be Kamala. Well, if it is Kamala, she's going to fight to help the kids, okay? She's going to fight to help the kids. But I have a feeling, we're going to start hearing more about Karen Bass, but I think it's her. All right, hope you enjoyed my read.